The Amaran 60XX is the perfect light for solo creators. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should pick up 1, 2, or 3 to create your content. I own quite a bit of lights from multiple brands, from Newer to Nanlite, SmallRig, GVM, Ulanzi, and I think about 3 of them have their own app, but they absolutely suck. I mean, you already know the struggle of filming yourself by yourself. It's absolutely tedious, okay? You are the gaffer, you are the grip, you are the lighting technician, you are the DP, you are all the things. You're the best boy, you're all those titles, right? When you're filming content by yourself, for yourself, to grow your business, right? But then you have the audacity to try to become a little mini cinematographer and improve your lighting by buying these monolights that you stick on these C-stands and you set them up, you know, at 45-degree angles, you know, trying to get that nice wrap around your face. And you get, you know, a GVM light or a SmallRig light, which they're great, they're powerful, and they, you know, cost half the price of a 300B, you know, light from they cost half the money, half the cost from anything Aperture or Amaran is selling, right? But the problem is when you try to connect it to the app, either it doesn't connect at all, or it does connect, but it times out. It's just one of those things where it's like, every time it does that, it's like, today's the day.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Find a happy place, find a happy place, find a happy place.
Today's the day. And that's why I'm highly recommend, honestly, even though it's a little bit more money, I highly recommend the Amaran 60X or anybody with Amaran on the name, because they use an app called CytusLink, and it's the most reliable app that I ever fooled with, played with, dealt with, all the things, right? Because when I'm here, you know, not only am I writing an outline for these episodes, right? For these shows, for these, what I want to call this, right? For these YouTube videos, but I'm also having to dial in the lighting. And I have experienced this firsthand with the SmallRig light and the GVM light, right? The apps suck, they don't work. And so I'm having to climb a ladder, because I'm 5 foot, if you must know, to dial in the lighting by 1% increments, to just dial it in, you know, so it's not overexposed, it's not underexposed. And it's just, why me? Why me when this could be so simple? Why I could just use my phone from here, look at the camera over here, dial it in, you know, up and down, all the things, right? That's what the CytusLink app is, baby. That's what the CytusLink app. I can sit it right here on the table and just go to town on the app trying to dial in my settings without having to get up, not once, and climb a ladder anywhere, dialing in at 1%. I mean, seriously. There's so much stuff that we're fighting right now as creators, creating our own content for ourselves to grow our brand and our business, that let's not put something else in the way or another excuse for us why we can't create this content, okay? You know, I'll go on a serious rant, but please, you know, just let this be one last thing that I have to deal with, okay? Because I'm dealing with a lot, I'm wearing a lot of hats. And really, that be the thing that sends me over the edge, is this app is not working. This app is not connecting, and I just can't do something really simple by taking you know, the percentage down by just like 2%, just 2%. Not a big 10, not 20, 15, just 2%. And so it's worth the extra money. It is worth the extra money, and I'm gonna calm down. I am going to calm down, because seriously, I'm having flashbacks. Like, I literally was like, you know, I'm not even gonna film today, because I'm so over this. So I'm done, I promise. On to reason number 2. You should buy one of these little babies, okay? I'm done, I promise, I'm done. So in a previous video, I talked about the Newer flapjack light that was under $300 and how it was a space saver. It was God's given gift to this world. You like it, you love it. Save money, live better, Walmart. But there is a con. There is a con with using that specific light. So the only con with using that Newer light is the fact that you can't shape your light. Now, what do I mean by you can't shape your light? The bigger the source, the softer the light. Now, the flapjack light is like 18 inches in diameter, circle, whatever you call it. Don't quote me on that. Don't even come for me if I didn't say that right. You just know what I'm saying. 18 inches in a circle, and I feel like the word for that is diameter. So you have 18 inches of soft light, but let's be honest, it's pretty harsh. And if you watch my previous video about the LED panel, you definitely tell the difference between my softbox that I have here, how soft the light is compared to the newer flapjack light with this little 18 inches, okay? It's small and mighty, but it's still harsh light. So if you wanted to change that with the 18-inch flapjack light, or if you were going to change that, you know, you wanted the light to be more soft, right? You would just add a softbox, you know, maybe a 13-inch octagon, throw on a honey grid so the light doesn't spill, all the things. But the problem with the flapjack light is that it's fixed. It's just that one little panel, 18 inches, and that's all you get. So your only choice with that type of light is to get a bigger light, to go out and buy a bigger flapjack light, if they even sell a bigger flapjack light. But with this, my friends, with this little boy right here, this little fat boy right here, you have what they call a Bowens mount. And so therefore you can attach these bigger adapters onto it to spread out the light more, to make it softer, okay? And with the Bowens mount, you're able to attach different modifiers, different diffusers, different shapes, whatever you need to make that light softer and wrap around your face more. And you don't have that option with the flapjack. Like I said, it's just fixed with that, you know, 18 inches of light that you get on an LED panel, whereas where you have this right here, you can lock in a softer, bigger form of light. Now, granted, we're talking about power outputs. Maybe you can, you know, power off, you know, that much light, diffuse it through a source, all that stuff. We'll talk about that later. But the most important part, the most important thing about this light is that that Bowens mount gives you options, gives you flexibility when you want to make your light softer. So over the past 10 years, I have graduated from amateur videographer to cinematographer. And of course, I have bought a lot of lights, And I've learned a lot from those lights, and what works, what doesn't work, you know, why they exist, why they don't exist, all the things, even if what I just said made sense. But I bought a lot of lights. And of course, the majority of them, unfortunately, I have no use for them anymore. So the newer flapjack light, I do not use that anymore. As you can see, like I said, it's 18 inches. The light is not soft like I want it to be. I think maybe in really confined space possibly, but I am a cinematographer. I am not a videographer or, you know, professional videographer. So I want my images to look cinematic. I want my images to really look like a movie. I know we kind of use that word flippantly in the YouTube space, but truly when you see content that looks cinematic, that looks like a movie, when a DP has gotten a hold of even their YouTube content, you can tell the difference. You train your eye and you can see it now. And so the newer flapjack light wasn't gonna do that for me anymore. It was great for professional videography, and I completely recommend it to anybody who just wants their work to look professional, get the job done, save money, live better, Walmart. But for me, I really wanted my content to look cinematic. I do want it to look like a movie. And I was limited with that 18 inches of harsh light, right? So I can't use that anymore. Then there are the GVM LED panels that I have. I mean, honestly, I could use them in close spaces for a hair light. Maybe, you know, a kicker light for a backdrop, you know, just to separate me from the background, or just, you know, place it in the background. But other than that, can't use those either. They're not that powerful. That's why they were cheaper. And so you kind of barely can see them in the background. So it's another light that I can't use, or probably can even sell to anybody, but it is what it is. You live, you learn. And then there are the Ulanzi LED panels that I have. I still use those, definitely on bookshelves in, you know, my room for that talking head video or set that I have. They work pretty fine, but that's because that's a very small and close confined space. If I was to shoot anything corporate with it in the background, you probably would not be able to see it because the light is not that powerful. So I definitely need to upgrade or at least rent the Aperture AC M Pro RGB lights. But the thing about those is they cost $199 a piece. So, you know, you can get a set of 6 for like, you know, a good $18.99. So yeah, but they're powerful and they're RGB. Change them any color, match any kind of like set light you want, you know, recreate lamp lights, things like that. I mean, they're definitely worth the investment when you are a cinematographer, you are a, you know, on-set commercial work, you know, movies, you know, things like that. But as you can see, these are a bunch of lights that I don't use anymore because I've outgrown them. But when it comes to the Amaran 60XS, I still have not outgrown these lights, and I don't see myself outgrowing these lights. I still use these lights professionally. Now, do I use them as my main key light when I'm, you know, trying to push it through a bigger source of light, you know, creating a book light or anything like that? No, they're not that powerful, but they're great for on-the-go work. You know, if I'm in a garage somewhere randomly, you know, wanting something portable, they're great as that light, which I can't use it right now because it's in my hand. And of course that light died, which is probably gonna be another video about the Nanlite LED lights that I got super cheap. I'm starting to realize why they were so cheap. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. It's about this. But in previous other videos, you saw the splasher light that I have over here to just create depth. I use this for it. I also use it as my key light in smaller spaces. It also has all these different photo effects, you know, paparazzi, like all these different effects, RGB, so you can change the colors. These are future-proof lights. I can definitely see them as supplemental, powerful lights on set, commercial work, or anything like that I do, other than the lights that I have currently that I really don't use. But hey, they got me to where I am today. But if you're that type of person that, like me, kind of does want to waste money, definitely wants to be able to use it even as they grow, this light is awesome. This light is so great. I mean, for real, and for so many different reasons. And like I said, the app, Amaran, all the things. It's a great light. And you know, like I said, I bought 3 of them. I have 3 of them in my workflow. This is one of them. I should have brought all the other ones, but I don't want to fool with that. You get the point. You see the one. That's all that matters. But yeah, I bought 3 of them, and I have not regretted my purchases at all. I use them for so many different things: on the go, lighting effects, small spaces, overhead lighting because it's light, instead of getting like a flat panel, which the flat panels do work too for overhead lighting, just because they're like a little pad and, you know, you can fit them anywhere. But still, I don't have $800 right now that I want. I mean, I do, but I don't want to spend that on that right now. So this works. You know, work with what you got. Save money, live better, Walmart. But yeah, I don't know why I said it like that, Walmart. But still, I freaking love this light. I recommend this to anybody and their mother, okay? So I will link the daylight version and the RGB version of this light in the description below. And I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, because sharing is caring, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm not putting the peace, I put the peace sign up. I said I wasn't gonna put the peace sign up, I put the peace sign up. Bye. I love you. Kisses. I'm gonna go to bed now, it's dark, and I'm in a sketchy place.